This is from Reader's Digest, and it was updated on July 26, 2021. So, hey, pretty recent as of when this video is being published. Okay, we're just gonna get into it. If you live in the United States, right here they're saying your state could have some of the nation's stupidest laws. Hey, and you're probably breaking some right now. Let us begin with the state of Alabama. In Alabama, you cannot have stink bombs or confetti. Is that what that's saying? Alabama, no stink bombs or confetti. If you're a stodgy school principal from a 1980s film, consider moving to Mobile, Alabama. Stink bombs, funk balls, and any object with the purpose of which is to create disagreeable odors are strictly illegal here. Also illegal, spray string, confetti, and bathing in public fountains. Think you're innocent? You're probably breaking one of these marriage laws right now. I mean, they added a bunch of stuff in there. I mean, if you're not married, then you're not breaking a marriage law, right? But, yeah. Also, I forgot to say in the beginning that there might be some overlap with some of these laws from other weird law videos, so bear with me. Let's keep it going. Also, that one had multiple law-breaking things in it, like the bathing in fountains. That they could have put that somewhere else. No, they could have made that its own law. Anyway, moving on to Alaska. Also, my chair is with me, as you can hear. Oh, maybe I should make my desk. You know what? I'm not standing up. Let's just keep going to Alaska. Squeaky chair and all. Alaska. No getting drunk in a bar. Well, in Alaska, it is illegal to be drunk in a bar. Per state laws, a person who is already drunk may not knowingly enter a bar to drink more or remain in the bar that got them drunk in the first place. Confusing and cruel. Yes. Outdated. Sadly, no. Police actually enforce it. Well, here's how this one kind of makes sense to me. It's like, okay, you can have a drink, but like, we don't want you to get too drunk because people, unfortunately, drink and drive. You shouldn't drink anything and drive at all. But maybe that was their thought process. Like, if they're not drunk, it's better than if they just have like one drink at dinner, I don't know. Don't drink and drive at all, okay? Absolutely do not drink and drive under any circumstances. Call an Uber or a taxi or walk home or whatever. Do not drink and drive. Let's keep it moving. Arizona. No spitting in public. In the town of Goodyear, Arizona, it is unlawful to spit in or on any public building, park, sidewalk, or road. Offenders may be charged a fine of up to $2,500 and 6 months in prison. And in case you need a reminder, it's also just lousy etiquette. Yeah, it is kind of gross sometimes to see people like huckabaloogie and just huckabadooey, Okay, Arkansas. Must pronounce the state name correctly. Okay, you can't say Arkansas. Visitors, beware. It is strictly prohibited to pronounce Arkansas incorrectly. Per the state code, the only acceptable pronunciation is in 3 syllables, with the final S silent, the A in each syllable with the Italian sound, and the accent on the first and last syllables. So keep your arcan sass to yourself, and while you're at it, make sure you're pronouncing these common video was about all these links. Okay. Did you all ever see that video where, what was it, a Vine? It was before TikTok. Maybe it was just a regular, like, Instagram video, or just a regular video somebody recorded and just posted on the internet. Where somebody was like, if Kansas is pronounced the Kansas, if you just put an AR in front of it, why is it an Arkansas? And you're like, why, America, why? I have no idea why, but hey, that's how it is. Alright, let's keep it moving. Keep it moving. California. No nuclear weapons. Obviously. It is illegal to build, maintain, or use a nuclear weapon within Chico, California city limits. A law that began in the 80s as a serious anti-nuke statement has taken on a second life as an internet joke, mainly due to the purported consequences. In addition to self-annihilation, the infraction also carries a $500 fine. Self-annihilation. That's pretty funny. But yeah, would you rather self-annihilate or pay a $500 fine? Is your life? Well, I guess you only pay the fine if you're alive. Obviously, what if even if you did build a nuke, blew yourself up, died, they still like charged your next of kin the $500 because it's like, hey, you need to learn this lesson too. I don't know. California, anyway. Let's keep going. Colorado. No catapulting. Sure, you may be allowed to own a catapult in Aspen, but you better not try discharging it, buddy. Flaming arrows, alas, are also off limits. Wait a minute. So you can't have a trebuchet, and you cannot have flaming arrows. Do they think we're fighting a war in the freaking 1500s or something? I don't know. Like, why? What's going on, Colorado? You can do drugs, though. Maybe that's why. Maybe since, certain substances are legal. If you had a catapult, you'd be like launching yourself all over the city or something. So like, we can't have that. No, we already let you guys have fun this way. You cannot have fun this way as well. I'm gonna take a swig of water. So maybe that's why. Let's keep moving. Connecticut. Pickles must bounce. This is crazy because I feel like I just read somewhere, not on a video or anything, that like that whole pickle bouncing thing is not true. But alas, a pickle cannot be sold unless it bounces. Also, we read this, I think, in another fact video. According to a 1948 article, this law became a necessity after two scheming pickle packers tried to sell pickles unfit for human consumption on the sly. That almost seems like a tongue twister. Two scheming pickle packers tried to sell pickles. Two scheming pickle packers tried to sell pickles. Connecticut's Food and Drug Commissioner at the time proclaimed that a real pickle should bounce when dropped from the height of 1 foot, leading to a new state regulation. Well, there you have it, you pickle pilferers. The way you gotta know if you have a real pickle is if it bounces. Alright, keep it going. To Delaware, strict trick or treating times enforced. To prevent mischief of any sort, children in the city of Rehoboth Beach may only go trick or treating between the hours of 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. on Halloween, unless Halloween falls on a Sunday. In that case, such going door to door and house to house for treats shall take place on the evening of October 30 instead. If you live in Delaware and you're watching this video, please comment below if you if this is actually something that they enforce or if it's just something that, is on the books, but they don't enforce. Alright. Head to Florida. No selling children. Wow. Okay, something good that Florida's doing, or what? I know Florida Man lives in Florida, and Florida Man's doing all sorts of crazy stuff all the time, right? But also, shouldn't this be a law everywhere? Anyway, we know that kids can be annoying, but please remember that in Florida, it is a felony to sell your children. You've been warned. I mean, come on. That should just be a law everywhere. Like, don't sell kids. I guess I'm thinking about it in the human trafficking aspect, but they're thinking about it like if you just don't like your kids, you can just like sell them to your neighbor for $50 or something. Anyway, let's keep going. Georgia. Can't eat fried chicken with utensils. For chicken chompers in Gainesville, Georgia, finger licking is not a suggestion. It is mandatory, thanks to a 1961 law added to the city code as a publicity stunt. It is illegal to eat fried chicken in the poultry capital of the world with anything other than your fingers. A tourist was arrested for such a chicken forking violation in 2009. Chicken forking. If this was a publicity stunt, why is it enforced? Why not just take it off the books? I don't understand Georgia. And it's hilarious that Georgia, they say, I don't know if this was just a joke, but the poultry capital of the world. But all the famous chicken places like KFC and Popeyes were not founded in Georgia, right? I don't know. Popeyes is Louisiana, right? And KFC is Kentucky. Who knows? Anyway, doesn't matter. Moving on. Hawaii, no billboards. Hawaii's natural beauty is an advertisement unto itself. To keep it that way, the state has officially outlawed billboards, with some exceptions, and aerial advertising, part of an urban beautification initiative that dates to 1927. These aren't so much dumb laws as laws that make us feel dumb for not thinking of them first. Also, I hear that the way you're supposed to pronounce Hawaii is actually Hawaii, but I'm probably also pronouncing that incorrectly. Let's go to Idaho. No, Idaho. I'm sorry, that's a childish joke, as with all my jokes, so you expect this by now. Leave me alone. Anyway, in Idaho, there is no cannibalism. Okay, should be everywhere, but Idaho is the only state to have an active ban on cannibalism. Technically not a crime in the rest of the nation, cannibalism is defined as the non-consensual consumption of another human, meaning because if you can get your buddy's permission to eat his tenderloin, the feds can't stop you. Oh my goodness. Are there any self-cannibals out there? Wow. Is there like a movie about that? That would be weird. If somebody was a cannibal. So what they did was like every now and then they like chopped off her toe or something. And slowly were just like working their way up each leg. And then the other leg. And then one arm. And then they only had like an arm and a torso. That would be, oh my goodness. Anyways, what a weird, anyway, let's keep it going. Illinois, no fancy bike riding. What? Listen here, city slicker. Galesburg city law strictly prohibits fancy riding of any bicycle on city streets, particularly riding with both hands removed from the handlebars, both feet removed from the pedals, or any acrobatic shenanigans on your fancy velocipede. According to a Galesburg police officer, I suspect the trick riding ordinance came during a time or concern about bicyclists' safety and perhaps crashes involving bicyclists. It is seldom enforced. Okay, well that's good. Well, you probably shouldn't be doing those things if you've been Springs, all black cats must wear bells around their necks on Friday the 13th. The rule was introduced on October 13th, 1939, as a war measure to alleviate the mental strain on the populace, and has technically been in effect since. So, this is like a superstitious thing. So I guess back then people would be stressed out, right? Oh, black cat, oh my goodness, I have all this bad luck now. So they put a law in place so you were warned if a black cat was coming by. But if you still saw the black cat, or if the black cat crossed your path, wouldn't that still be stressful, adding to the mental strain? I don't know. Anyway, let's go to Iowa. No faking your butter. I can't believe it's not a misdemeanor. This website is right up my alley with these jokes. Oh, sorry, that's hilarious. Anyway. Okay, focus, TMD, focus. Any person who attempts to pass off margarine, oleo, or oleomargarine as real butter is guilty of a simple misdemeanor in the state of Iowa, punishable by up to 30 days in jail and a $625 fine. Hilarious. Oh my goodness. 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 Let's move on to Kansas. I'm kidding. Kansas. Okay, Kansas. No snowballs. It may still be illegal to throw snowballs in Topeka, Kansas, thanks to a weirdly worded law in the city criminal code. It is unlawful to throw any stones, snowballs, or any other missiles at any person or property in Topeka, an ordinance that former Mayor Bill Bunton publicly flouted by tossing a whopper at a snowy tree in 2005. I'm going to have an ordinance drawn up to repeal this dumb law, lest our already crowded prisons are filled up with children who, while making a snowman, get carried away and had a snowball fight, he later claimed. Yeah, that's kind of funky. Also, somebody's making noise outside. I hope it's not too loud. Anyway, yeah. I mean, that's funny. Topeka. I feel like Topeka is a good ASMR word. Topeka. Let's keep it going. Kentucky. No dueling. All public officials and attorneys in Kentucky must swear an oath that they have not fought a duel with deadly weapons, nor acted as a second in another person's duel. Good to know. Now, unfortunately, when the oath took effect in 1848, many would-be duelists turned to murderous street brawls instead. What? We can't duel, but pull up to this back alley and we gonna throw hands. Okay, but murderous hands, because I will kill you with these fists. Okay, Louisiana. No catfish stealing. In Louisiana, it is illegal to steal someone else's crawfish. Like, really illegal. Meriting its own state law. Crawfish theft in excess of $1,500 can land the offender with up to 10 years prison time or a $3,000 fine. But mostly, they will have to endure the humiliation of being called shellfish for the rest of their life. Oh, brother. I thought catfish were different from crawfish. Am I crazy? I thought crawfish looked more like shrimp, and catfish was like a fish. Jack's jumping chicken spot. You know, right on your grandma's tomb. Stoned. I'm a terrible robot. Anyway, Maryland. No cursing while driving. Oh, so road rage is out, huh? Making road rage even ragier. It is illegal to swear or curse upon any street or highway in Rockville, Maryland. Anyone caught swearing faces a misdemeanor charge, effectively having to add $100 to the city swear jar. Okay. Massachusetts. No dancing to the national anthem. Alright, I mean, it's not really a bop, so it is prohibited to dance to the Star-Spangled Banner in Massachusetts, thanks to an excessively patriotic 1917 law. While you try to ponder what such a dance would even look like, find solace in the fact that this law could never actually be enforced, thanks to a slightly weightier document called the First Amendment. I mean, you know what, let's not even get into what First Amendment stuff is, you know, but, yeah, let's keep going. Michigan. Bounty hunting encouraged, then not. This one might be interesting. Until 2006, every citizen of Michigan was encouraged to be a bounty hunter. A 1941 act titled An Act to Provide for the Payment of Bounties for the Killing of Starlings and Crows offered any citizen a bounty of 3 cents per each starling killed and 10 cents per crow, so long as they were presented in a state of good preservation. This law was repealed in 2006. Okay. First of all, this should not be on this list because it's not a weird law currently. Well, I mean, I guess it didn't specify weird laws and when they ended, but it doesn't matter. At first, I thought they meant like bounties, like bounty hunting people, but no. Minnesota. No pig greasing. Long winters can be boring, but that's no good reason to hold a greased pig contest in your parlor. Since 1971, it has been considered a misdemeanor to operate, run, or participate in any activity where a pig is oiled up and released with the object of being recaptured, and the same goes for turkey scrambles. Turkey scramble sounds like a breakfast. Would you like some turkey scramble, sir? Oh, yes, please. A little bit of breakfast gravy on the side. And yes, I would like, I can't believe it's not misdemeanor on my toast. Alright, let's move on to MISSIPPI, Mississippi. No limits on big gulp size. What? From like 7-Eleven? Mississippi believes in a person's inalienable right to consume big gulps. Following former New York Mayor Michael Bloomberg's contentious attempt to restrict the size of soft drinks sold throughout the city, Mississippi Governor Phil Bryant signed a law preventing his state's lawmakers from enacting rules that limit portion sizes, thanks in part to the anti-Bloomberg bill. 1 in 3 Mississippians remains obese. Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, you don't need to be drinking like a 70-ounce big gulp. I mean, come on. Like, all that sugar is just not good for you. You can't, like, argue that part, you know? Just the sugar alone is just not great. Anyway, Missouri. Tarzans not welcome. What? Prankish Tarzans be warned. In University City, Missouri, it is illegal to swing upon another person's motor vehicle and honk their horn for them. What in the world kind of law is this? Like, what happened? What happened that made this a law? What in the world could have happened that this specific those who seek answers, avoid Helena. It is illegal to play golf. Oh, that's frisbee golf. Okay. Anywhere not deemed a sanctioned golf course. Curiosity could cost you $500 or 6 months jail time. I had no idea that's what disc golf was called. I thought it was called disc golf, but it's called golf. Frisbee golf. Wow. No idea. No clue. There's a disc golf place close to where I live too. But it says disc golf, not golf. Oh, we read this one just the other day. Nebraska. No marriage if you have VD. Technically, no person afflicted with a venereal disease may get married in Nebraska. Meanwhile, state officials are still unable to get a green light for their new TV show. Sorry, I just hit the mic. Law and Order VDU. That one is I don't know. Let's keep moving. That one was I didn't love that one, and I love bad jokes. Nevada. Be selective with X-rays. Say what you will about the vice and commercialism of Las Vegas. At least they're looking out for your feet in Nevada. It is illegal to use an X-ray device to determine someone's shoe size. Oh yeah, we had this thing in the last one too. Right? Oh, and then I remember Jerem came and was giving some more info on how they did use X-rays to determine foot size. Certain shoe shops, I believe. Anyway, New Hampshire. New Hampshire. No seaweed collecting. In New Hampshire, it is forbidden to collect seaweed from the beach at night. Yes, it's unfair, but you should have thought about that before becoming a nocturnal sushi chef. Okay. Alright, New Hampshire. Cool. Good for you, I guess. Or not. I don't know. Doesn't matter. New Jersey. No murder while wearing a bulletproof vest. It's against the law to murder someone. But in Jersey, it's double against the law to murder someone while you're wearing a bulletproof vest. See if you can follow along. Wearing a bulletproof vest while committing or attempting to commit a crime of the first degree is a crime of the second degree. Nice. Oh my goodness, that's so loud. Okay, let's go. New Mexico. Redefining indecent exposure. Let's take a break to focus on what's not illegal. Walking around with your butt out. In New Mexico, indecent exposure is defined as intentionally exposing one's primary genital area to public view. Buttocks are nowhere to be mentioned. I mean, okay, New Mexico, but like, it's a butt. I mean, butts are cool, but can you really just show your butt to anyone? I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think so. Anyway. New York. Sales tax for sliced bagels. If you order a sliced bagel in New York City, forget about a square deal. Altered bagels, sliced, toasted, or served with cream cheese, etc., carry an 8-cent sales tax. Uncut bagels are typically tax exempt. What in the world? That's weird, New York. Why? Why do this to the bagels? Huh? Why do this to the bagels? North Carolina. Be careful with your doggy bag. Be careful what you put in your doggy bag. In North Carolina, it is a felony to steal more than $1,000 worth of grease, and a misdemeanor to steal under $1,000 worth. Grease theft, it turns out, was a huge problem in North Carolina before this 2012 law passed, with the midnight grease bandits persistently preventing biodiesel companies from purchasing restaurants' excess oil to convert into fuel. What is going on, North Carolina? What the heck? That's so what? North Dakota. No late night fireworks. Happy despite a 1999 amendment allowing the sale of fireworks temporarily from December 26, 1999 through January 1st, 2000. It is illegal to set off fireworks after 11 p.m. in Devil's Lake, North Dakota. I mean, the place is called Devil's Lake. I feel like anything should be allowed there. Good grief. Ohio. Toilet paper in coal mines, please. Operators of underground coal mines must provide an adequate supply of toilet paper with each toilet. It's too bad the letter of the law here stops at coal mines. Oh yeah. Give me toilet paper everywhere. Everywhere you need toilet paper. For your butt. You need toilet paper in, wait, what's the state? New Mexico. Because some people's butts are always out. Oklahoma. No bear wrestling. In Oklahoma, it is illegal to promote, engage in, or be employed by a horse tripping event. Also, it is unlawful to wrestle a bear. But at that point, the law is the least of your worries. Big facts. If you're wrestling a bear, then I don't know. Have you guys seen The Revenant? I mean, the chances of you surviving a real, huge bear, not a little baby bear even then, but a proper bear attack, oh my goodness, you can survive, but you're gonna be messed up. Oregon. No tests of physical endurance while driving. Okay, so no Indy 500, because that's physical, right? Even though you're driving, it takes a toll, and you're driving. Also mental. All the toll. I don't know. Also, you have to pay toll. No, you don't pay toll at Indy 500. Okay. Let me stop. It is considered a speed racing offense in Oregon if you participate in any test of physical endurance while on the highway. Okay, just the highway. Sorry, y'all. No more seeing how long you can work the steering wheel with your teeth. Never tried driving with my teeth. Anyway, Pennsylvania. Bingo is only for non-felons. Fool me once, shame on you. No person convicted of a felony may operate a bingo game in Bensalem, Pennsylvania. So if you're an old dude and you just come out of jail, or old lady just came out of jail, just an old person and you just came out of jail, no bingo for you. It's mostly old people that play bingo, right? I'm sure some young people do too, but isn't it like one of those nursing home things? I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. I mean, or not. That's fine too. Rhode Island. Rhode Island don't impersonate an auctioneer. Rhode Island false personification laws deem it unlawful to impersonate an auctioneer. Choose your Halloween costume accordingly. So you can't go in there and be like, oh, one bit, one, two, three, four, five, another five, 5.5, okay, five going once, then five going twice, sold. Can't do that if you're in Rhode Island. I'm not in Rhode Island right now. Or am I? I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm inside, so they wouldn't know regardless if I'm doing that. You just can't go outside and impersonate them, right? Can't dress up. Do that super fast talking. What is that called? Probably a name for that. I don't know. Anyway, South Carolina. No working or dancing on Sundays. Good news. In North Carolina, it is still illegal to work on Sundays. Bad news. It is also illegal to dance on Sundays. Fans of work and or footwork will both be happy to hear these antiquated laws are in the process of being repealed. Wait, so since it's still a law and it's just in the process, do you work on Sundays? I guess it's just something that they don't enforce, I'm sure. That's probably it. They just don't enforce it. Okay, anyway. South Dakota. Fireworks approved to help with farming. Farmers in South Dakota have the green light to set off fireworks or explosives to protect their sunflower crops, as long as they are 660 owls, voles, and gophers. Tennessee. Permits for panhandling. Panhandlers in Memphis must apply for a permit before panhandling. Formerly, this formality cost the destitute $10. Today, it's free. So you'd have to get $10 illegally panhandling to be able to afford your panhandling permit. But now, it's free. Texas. Keep litter on aircrafts. It is illegal in Galveston, Texas to throw litter out of an aircraft. Besides, using the blue bins is so much easier. But aircraft windows don't open. Well, I mean, I guess if you're in like a little one-engine plane. Utah. No missiles in bus terminals. Hurling a missile into a bus terminal is a felony unless you are an appointed officer of the peace or commercial security personnel, like a mall cop. But why would they have missiles anyway? I don't know. Vermont. Clotheslines be gone. Vermont passed a law just to say there would never be a law prohibiting the use of clotheslines. Good to know. Okay. I feel like we read that somewhere. Anyway. Virginia. No skunks as pets. In Prince William County, it is illegal to keep a skunk as a pet. Man, the law stinks. Check out the most majestic mountain towns. Oh, wow. I've done so well at not reading those. I just messed up. Why would you want a skunk as a pet anyway? I guess you could take out the scent gland, the smell gland, whatever it is, but it'll stink. Washington. No Sasquatch poaching. It is illegal to poach a Sasquatch in at least 2 Washington counties. In 1991, Whatcom Country declared its roughly 1 million acres of land an official Sasquatch protection and refuge area, giving our nation its first Bigfoot sanctuary. If Bigfoot exists, lawmakers reasoned it would be an endangered species and therefore in need of protection. For this reason, Skamania County has considered Bigfoot poaching a felony since 1969, still punishable by a $1,000 fine. But I mean, if you poached a Bigfoot, like, would anybody even believe you? West Virginia. No drones for bird hunting. In West Virginia, it is illegal to use a drone or other unmanned aircraft to hunt birds. While you're out in the woods, you'd better not use a ferret of a hunting dog. That's a $100 fine right there. What? While you're out in the woods, you'd better not use a ferret instead of hunting dog. Okay. You know what? Let's start over. In West Virginia, it is illegal to use a drone or other unmanned aircraft to hunt birds. While you're out in the woods, you'd better not use a ferret instead of a hunting dog. That's a $100 fine right there. So, no drones and no ferrets, basically. Wow, I struggled with that one. For what reason, I do not know. Wisconsin. Better make that butter delicious, giving credence to its reputation as America's Dairyland. Dairyland. Wisconsin law demands that all cheese and butter produced in the state be highly pleasing. Oh, and cows have the right of way on highways. I mean, highly pleasing is like highly subjective. So, like, how do you determine that? Wyoming. Don't buy junk from a trunk. Like Mama always said, don't buy junk from a trunk. In Wyoming, purchasing scrap metals, rubber, rags, or paper from an intoxicated person is prohibited. Wow. Did not know that. I did not know that. Well, then again, I didn't know like all of these things. That's it. Wyoming is the last one. Oh, I didn't know. I should have been paying attention because clearly they were going in alphabetical this video. I appreciate